So guys, today I want to talk to you about Prehab and Gua Sha. So first order of business is fixing this wing. We're here at Velocity in Brentwood, and this is Patrick. We're gonna be working on, what are we working on today?
We're gonna start with the flexibility assessment and see where you're tight, where you're in balance.
Yeah, so hopefully I'm not too thrown off. But this one, like you can see how far back I can get this arm compared to this one. So hopefully this will fix it up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's going on, guys? I wanted to end the video here, and I figured this would be a little bit easier than continue the vlog because I want you to actually understand what is going on here. So for me, I tore my pec minor in November, and that's this muscle here in your pectoralis majors on the top. And what really happened is in May of 2017, I tore my SUBCLAVIUS muscle, which is the muscle that goes underneath your clavicle. So this muscle got torn. I went through a prep. This got really, really tight, and I tore this muscle. So from there, everything in my shoulder into my bicep, because it's all connected, got really tight, really banged up, and I lost a lot of mobility. So you can even see in some of my videos when I'm doing side raises, even right now, kind of see it's hard because I'm looking at the camera too, but you can kind of see how my shoulders aren't necessarily even, and that's because of those injuries. And so Gua Sha, or it's Gua Sha, I believe that's how you say it, is one of the remedies to help that. So you can do multiple forms of physical therapy, which I've done. I've been doing stretches with Pat, doing stretches with him, doing stretches with one of our friends, Jess, working on my mobility in my chest and in my shoulder. And at the same time, because of that tear, because of that injury here, there's a tremendous amount of scar tissue. So the goal with Gua Sha is to break down the adhesions, break down the actual scar tissue, and make it so that those injuries get reduced and ultimately can heal. So if you have scar tissue in an area, and it has to do with bodybuilding and fitness anyways, because you're breaking down the muscle and you're building layers and layers of muscle. And at times it'll make it so that that makes it harder for there to get blood flow to the area, especially if you have scar tissue. So by breaking down the scar tissue with a tool or stretching it out, or like there's one that me and Pat were doing that I had to make him stop. That was through mechanical movement. He'd hold here on my chest and I would come across like this. And even doing it right now is extremely painful, and you can just feel there's a huge knot there still. So working on these movements help to make it so that I can actually get blood flow to those areas. And because we're breaking down that scar tissue, it's a lot easier to actually repair the muscle. And so these things, whether that's Gua Sha, scraping, or you can even talk about cupping in the same way, the goal is to be able to provide the muscle, to provide the area with nutrients. And so the reason why this is significant is because I find that a lot of people don't focus on prehab. A lot of people don't focus on keeping themselves healthy. They don't focus on the things that are actually going to keep them moving forward on their journey. It's so often that we focus on the actual tangible piece right here, like meaning like, oh, well, I'm sore on my legs, so I guess that I just won't squat today. And then next week goes by, you squat the next week, and then soon after you're like, oh, well, I feel a little bit better, so you start pushing. 2 weeks goes by, your knees start hurting again, so you kind of are back in this perpetual state. Rather than going to see someone who can actually fix your mobility, fix your issues, and get you back on the right plane, we kind of kick that down the road until we get hurt. Once we get hurt, we tear something, then it's, oh, I'm gonna go get rehab. So if I was to give you one of the biggest things that I have learned is that prehab, training and getting work done before you're hurt or as you're starting to heal, is the most important thing you can do. It's kept me so much more healthy. My shoulders are better now, and I'm trying to keep them that way. Things have gotten better for my body, and I want to stay healthy. So if you're in a position where you're injured, you might have been injured, you're starting to get sore, you're beat up a little bit, reach out to a physical therapist who can help you. Reach out to a good physical therapist and spend the money. Spend the money to go see someone, because it is worth it. You are going to save yourself so much headache. Going to see someone once a month is only going to cost you $50 to $80. If you have health insurance, like I used to when I was in New Hampshire, it was only $35. So if you're in that position, you can put yourself really in the most advantageous place to stay healthy. But it's far more important that you focus on doing things that are going to keep you healthy right now than focusing on all those other pieces of what you can't do. So allowing yourself to stay limited. And now the other part is, if you can't afford a physical therapist, you're not comfortable going to a physical therapist, focus on mobility stretching, focus on actually adequately performing the movements the way you're supposed to, and also focus on foam rolling. A foam roller is only about $20, and you can even find one on Amazon for probably less. But something like this you can use to help actually break down the scar tissue in your muscle that's going to act in a very similar way. So rather than having someone else do it, which, make no mistake, is better, you can do it for yourself. You can start to roll on a foam roller and help break up some of that scar tissue. Now, with the foam roller, you're not going to want to roll on your joints, and there's a lot of different areas that you don't want to treat that way. So like when I get Gua Sha done, I'm not scraping on the bone. It's not an actual joint thing. It's more on the actual muscle tissue. So that's something you're going to want to focus on with a foam roller. But at the same time, being able to have a foam roller gives you that same access. So the only real thing that's standing in your way between staying healthy, prehabbing, and making sure that you don't get injured is you're being lazy. And I think that that's something that I've had to really accept, that I'm not foam rolling my hips because I'm lazy. I'm not foam rolling my chest or my back because I'm being lazy. And the more that you accept that responsibility, it becomes far easier for you to get healthy and get back in shape. So this is a message. If you guys are hurt right now, please comment below what you're dealing with, and I will try to make videos for you to actually get some tangible help with pushing yourself in the right direction. But the biggest thing I would also say is keep doing something. Don't stop. This whole time that I've been dealing with injuries, I've been able to still train my chest in a way, meaning I wasn't lifting heavy weights, I wasn't doing things I was uncomfortable with. I was still getting a pump though, and it's really important that you do. Unless you have a full tear, unless there's something that your doctor says you shouldn't do, still try to train the area. Just find a way to do it with a machine, find a way to do it to just get some blood flow to the area, because that's going to help you maintain your mobility long term. It's also going to help you get more blood flow to the area, what's going to increase your recovery time. So this is the video today. Please comment below, what have you found that has helped you in the past? Have you tried these different areas, different tactics? And at the same time, what would help you the most to actually find that rehab, find that prehab, and what kind of content do you want to see on this channel? But thank you guys so much. I hope this video helps you out. I hope that you can give it a thumbs up, and I hope that you subscribe so you can stay in tune with all the things I'm putting out. But above all else, continue to be a light, and let's inspire others to believe in more. I'll see you guys.